Want to know how to improve your SAT or ACT score? Let's get into it. We're back doing a practice test from Module 2. We're going to start with page 48, number 20. This question is, if 4 to the 8c power equals cube root 4 to the 7th, what is the value of c? This is a really intimidating problem at first, but remember, the pattern never changes, but we've got to know what the pattern is. So let's get into it. When you're talking about rational exponents like this, we have to go back to a basic exponent rule. So that basic exponent rule is if I have a number, let's say we have x, and it's to the power of a fraction. So we've got, right, x squared, x to the cube, x to the a over b power. So here's what this means. This bottom value always becomes the root. So what we do is we put this b in front of the root sign. And then this top number here on the top of the fraction in the rational exponent, that becomes the power for x. So we have x to the a power. So that's always going to be the case. Now, if you think about this, this doesn't really change anything, right? X squared would be like the one root, right, over for x squared, right? It would be like 1 root x squared. Well, that's just going to be the same thing as x squared. So x to the 2/3 power is going to be this bottom number. The denominator becomes the root, and that top number is the power. So if we use this, what we know, and apply it to our problem in the SAT, we can figure this out. So if we've got, let's see, I'll just work it out on this page. So 4 to the 8c power equals cube root of 4 to the 7th. So if we know that the top number becomes the power and the bottom number becomes the root, then this is the same thing as 4 to the 7/3 power. Since these both have the same base, that means that these are going to be the same value too. So therefore, 8c equals 7/3. We would divide both sides by 8, but in this case, I'm going to actually work it out by saying it's the same thing as multiplied by 1/8. So times 1/8. I don't know if you can see that. The only reason I'm doing this is because this is a fraction. So I'm just going to leave it as fractions. Fractions are your friends, right? So those cancel out. And now I've got 7/3 times 1/8. So that equals 7/24. So that means that C equals 7/24. That's mathed up.